What's up YouTube, it's Tahir here, back today with another video, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the importance of not relying on others for your life, for your career, all them sort of things. So I'm sure as many of you are aware as I am, it is extremely difficult and extremely painful and extremely hard to be working for others, right? Because you are technically a slave to them. You have to abide by what they say. You have to be, I don't know, if you're in a job, you have to be at work at a certain time. You have to leave at a certain time. That's if pending you get your job done. You get a certain amount of breaks. You don't get the freedom. You don't get to decide if you don't want to go in one day. That's not really an option at all, because you've got bills to pay, you've got a mortgage to pay. Now, a lot of people are stuck in this rut where they're corporately kind of trapped and they're working for someone else and they don't really want to. And I kind of find myself in that same boat. Now, what you really want to be doing about it is having a core purpose. When you have an objective and that objective impacts everyone around you, if you don't have that core purpose, then nothing will really propel you forward in life to be able to achieve real greatness. I will be completely honest with you. I work for a really large company, a respectable company, and I think the company is great. However, I don't like the idea of working for somebody else. It just doesn't resonate with me. And it is so difficult for me because a lot of the time you think to yourselves, a lot of these people that are in power, if they can do it, then why can't you? And when I was younger, I didn't really have that much, my knowledge wasn't as expandable as it is now, and my knowledge wasn't as, how can I put it, advanced as it is now. But as you tend to grow older, and what I've realised as I've grown older, you tend to gain more experiences, especially a lot more life experiences. And as you gain more life experiences, your thinking changes, you start forming new habits, you start believing that you can do a lot more than what you originally thought you could do when you were a lot younger. And I think part of that has to do with obviously you maturing a lot more, you experiencing a lot more in life, but also your brain sort of pathways forming. I believe they call it neuron pathways, I'm not exactly sure, but they start developing, and you then realize, and then you start to actually feel as if you can achieve greatness. Now, this greatness can only be achieved if you put the work in towards it. If you don't put the work in, then greatness can't really be achieved. I am somebody that I've got a lot of ambition, I've got a lot of burning desire to be able to do something really great, and going at the current rate that I am going at, I will be able to achieve something. However, if I was to be stuck in a job like I am, yes, there's progression there. However, you're still a slave to somebody, and that's the point that I'm trying to bang on about, is you should never be a slave to somebody. You should, for the most part, and for most people I would say again, own your own business, have your own project, and just go from there, because that's what will make you very happy on the inside, and it will make you feel as if you're actually achieving something in life. A lot of people seem to think that life is about money, but I don't think life is about, it is about money, you need money to survive, but I also think you need to be able to, especially as a man, be doing something that kind of makes you feel like you've achieved something here on the inside, and being in a corporate job probably won't get you there. You need to be doing something that's going to have an impact on other people's lives, and if I can change the lives of people, I will feel very, not only blessed, but I'll feel very happy and fulfilled on the inside, and I will feel like I've achieved what I've set out to achieve. Now, stuff like this isn't easy, it takes time, right? Even for me to build this confidence to be able to start filming outside, it's taken a lot of time and it's taken a lot of courage for me to be able to do this. I can tell you this now, when I was younger, I wouldn't even have the courage to be able to pull this off. But now I am doing it freely, and I am getting more and more confident as time goes on. And you think about it, what competition do you really have being doing this? A lot of people won't be able to do this. A lot of people will not have the what can I say, the confidence to be able to pull this off. But I know that, again, with practice you develop your skill set and you just become better, but only if you're willing to put the work in. And most people aren't willing to put the work in, and that's what I mean by you have no competition. Most people don't really want to put the work in. Most people don't really care. Most people want to live a low quality life, and that's perfectly fine. But if you're not happy with your life, I would urge you to do something, because it will improve your life for the better. And let's say hypothetically, worst case scenario, even if it doesn't improve your life, but at least you've gained some quality skills, and that's not something that everybody can say. But yeah, that's just a little bit about why you should be trying to, I guess, do your own thing, pursue your own business, and not really rely on someone else, because technically you're then being a corporate slave. And when you put your career and your life in the hands of other people, a lot of the time it normally doesn't end good. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please rate the video. I'll catch you on the next video.